Alright, here's a quick video update before lots of action set to begin again in Hollis here. So clearly the house has been demoed on the front, and we've kind of seen this shed is gone. We got to get rid of the concrete still and take care of those granite steps. And the front granite steps, all that stuff we're saving. And actually, we haven't discussed our final decision on what we're doing with the house here, so I'll take this opportunity to say that we have decided to start new and rebuild this house. So with all the factors that I've discussed in previous videos, hey Ollie, with all the factors that we discussed in previous videos, we didn't really have much of a choice. And the good news is we can build it back better, and we can make sure that it's going to last another 200 years. So that's the plan. Some of the cool things that we had talked about were, bringing the brick back. We're going to do that. We're not bringing this very brick back, this exact brick. We're not trying to recycle it just because it's pretty darn deteriorated, and after it goes through the demolition process, it's going to be worse. So we're trying to get a color match right now, and we've even documented the different pattern that's going on here. It's not consistent throughout the house. We'll have to pick a consistent. You see that second row is turned on edge, and then this sill row is turned on edge, and then a few more up there at the meeting rail probably was turned on edge, and again at the top. So it goes every so often. We're gonna replicate that pattern and probably just do it more consistently around the house, because it is different in a couple of different places. One side to the other is very different, in fact. But we'll be doing that. We're gonna reface the granite. I think we had talked about that previously as well. So we'll have a new foundation, new full basement throughout the whole, including the addition, throughout the whole house, which will be great. It'll be a full 8-foot ceiling downstairs, finished 8-foot ceiling, which will be amazing. But it'll still have the granite on the outside. So we'll take all of these slabs and any others that would be big enough to do this facing treatment, and you'll see it exposed for 18 inches or so like this, and they'll cut it so that it's only 3 or 4 inches thick, and put it back on before they lay the brick in. So that's gonna be a pretty cool thing, all of this. So we won't be doing it along the back, because this will all be a deck again. It'll all get hidden. So we'll use a lot of this larger stuff that's never really seen the light of day back here. That'll be going various places around the house. So yeah, the brick will come back, the granite comes back, all the details in the front we have saved will come back and be looking nicer than ever. In fact, we got, as you're just looking at the state of things here, this is all going away. We're not sure if we're going to be able to keep just a little bit of the garage for storage during the project. We're trying to salvage a little bit of it and just take this kind of connecting breezeway out so that they can do their work. But we'll find out. We've got some materials in there we're trying to salvage. But we met with the architects the other day, and they came up with some really cool color scheme and plan for the exterior. We saw that and approved everything earlier this week. Super excited. In a nutshell, it's going to be brick on the ends. Here are all the details. These were some of the original windows. Then you see it's 6 divided lights and then 9 divided lights. And we're coming back to that original. The 6 is on top of the 9. That's what we'll do on the downstairs, and then it's 6 over 6 upstairs and on the 3rd floor. So that'll be pretty cool. We saved all the old, just careful drawings of everything before. You can see the drawings on the plywood there. Saved all the trim. This is all the stuff. Some of it didn't come off so clean, but we're going to try to clean this up, maybe dip it, get everything a good epoxy coating on those exposed edges that have taken some wear, and coat a primer and paint, and it goes back up in the same order. We've got a whole bunch more back here. Here's the arch, and the fan detail, of course, which you can see through. I don't know how well you're going to be able to see in there, but you know, you can see straight through to the other side in those. There you go. So instead of putting this board here behind it when we're done, we're going to have a big kind of transom as part of the door case, and it's going to be that tall, and then this gets mounted in front of it, so we'll have glass behind the fan. So from the inside you'll get some sunlight streaming through the fan at times, and from the outside in the evening we'll be able to kind of see the light from the hallway spilling out. I think it's going to be a awesome thing. Like I'm very excited about that detail. I think it's just going to look super cool. We also got some historical pieces out of the house. Lots of historical pieces out of the house. It says Benny Wheeler. We believe it says Benny Wheeler. And I can't really make that out. And I think it's a 17, and then your guess is as good as mine. And 3%. I have no idea. But it's cool. So we'll get this cleaned up. I might just kind of truncate. This was under the stairs, so we might truncate that and just hang it. I'll put a thin coat of protectant so that the chalk doesn't rub off. But that'll go back in. In fact, I should take this off before it discolors it. Yeah, that'll go back in the house somewhere, probably as an art piece. Got this door that was on the south side door. I just love how it's weathered, and it'll go back. It'll be the door to the family room. It'll always stay open, but I just think it's beautiful, and it tells the story of this house, really. So anywhere we can use a piece like that, we're gonna do it. And we've saved everything, even down to an example of the railing with the posts. We're going to try to match that. I think code is going to make us stretch this out a bit. It may not go all the way down to the floor like it originally did. Certainly the railing needed to be a little higher to meet code, but we'll use this as inspiration to make sure that the new staircase fits in as well. So here we are on the other side. This is kind of what it looks like right now, and that'll all change pretty quick here. Now, getting back to my earlier comment, the colors gonna be brick on the side, just like that. We're going for the same color there. We're gonna use as the main clapboard color, or the siding color, will be kind of golden yellow. The color actually looked a lot like that left piece of plywood, this one over here. It's pretty close, so it's a very historic kind of, I say yellow, but it's probably more like gold. It's a historic color. There are a couple houses in town that are exact matches to this color scheme that we're going to use. Then the trim, everything that we saved in the garage there, trim around the windows, and trim really anywhere else in the house. And actually inside and out, I think we'll be using a kind of an off-white or an antique white, almost a cream. It'll look very white against the gold, and it did look basically white. But on its own, or you hold a sheet of paper next to it, it's very definitely like a kind of creamy color. And then the front door is gonna be a dark green, like a forest green. The windows themselves, the sash and and everything, the muttons in the windows. We're going for a dark color. We're nervous that we might not be able to match that green, or we might not want to match that green if we ever change the door color. So we might just go with like there's a black option, there's a bronze option, but something that'll kind of make it recede and give a little contrast to the trim. It's, again, kind of historically correct as was described to us, and we've seen other houses like this and think they're beautiful. And really, all those other colors are just going to make that cream color and all the fancy woodwork details that are in the garage there really pop. That front door will be glorious, and all the details up top will really be called out by all these colors. So we're super excited. And remember, the brick color is in there too, so there's going to be a lot going. It's not exactly a Victorian color scheme, but it's more than just monotone white and brick. So we landed kind of somewhere in the middle, and what seems to be very appropriate for this house style and the time frame. So we're pretty happy and can't wait to see it. I'll take a quick tour on the inside, I guess, as well.